Hi, everybody. We're on week 5. I hope you find this a really interesting week because I think it's a really, well, I hate to use the word fun because it's about weapons of mass destruction. And I think that we all need to look at what are weapons of mass destruction, but I think it's a very interesting week. And so when you're doing this discussion, tell me what the weapons of mass destruction are out there because I think it's important to understand what the question is and what we're talking about. So, weapons of mass destruction having to do with Iraq, they were talking about nuclear weapons. But could they have been talking about biological as well? And they didn't find any as you're looking into this, you'll see that they never found any. But who are the countries that have these weapons of mass destructions? And what are they? So when we look at nuclear, there are 8 that have them. There's China, France, India, North Korea, Pakistan, Russia, the United Kingdom, and the United States. When we look at biological, we have 16 countries. And what are some of the biologicals that are out there? And we'll be talking about that. So we have Taiwan, we have Canada. Canada is not a scary one. They're our friendly neighbors. China, Cuba, France, Germany, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Japan, Libya, North Korea, Russia, South Africa, Syria, the United Kingdom, and the United States. So we look at those as saying, okay, what could they possibly be? Well, for me, I look back at this, and my son, when he was, preparing to go into med school, he did some research. He actually was, he was cited for his work on anthrax. How long does anthrax live after it's been radiated? So he worked with the live anthrax for a long time as a research, he worked research for the government. And I was kind of like, are you kidding me? But there's a lot of colleges that do research on live biological weapons. And I sit there and say to myself, okay, do we have these live viruses because we're going to use them, or do we have these live viruses because if they're used against us, we'll be ready? I tend to think that we use them because we're not diabolical. I'm hoping we're not diabolical, and that we would never use weapons of mass destruction on anyone, whether they be biological or nuclear. I'm hoping that never happens. But biological, right now, we're looking at people saying it's COVID. And all the studies on COVID are saying that it's not biological warfare and that it wasn't made in China, and that even though that there's these conspiracy theorists out there, and certainly you can cover that on this, there's no actual proof in the pudding on that. And actually, your scientists are all debunking that and saying, no, that's garbage. So I think it's a interesting time that we're doing this since we're all in, kind of a lockdown because of a virus that's out there, that we're doing this discussion this week. And you can tie a little of that into your discussion as well, but I want you to make sure you cover what they were and what happened. We had word, we had, like there was a frenzy that there was weapons of mass destruction that were going on in Iraq, and we ended up going into war there. And then there were none found. So rumor brought us where? So that's our discussion this week. Um, I hope that you add on to it besides covering, I mean, you certainly have enough information having to do with the Iraq war, but I also hope you move forward and you look at and you talk about the weapons of mass destruction and how they affect people and how, it's not only the physical part of it, it's the mental part of it, the thought of it. The thought of having the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq and how that was going to affect us. Then we go into even a more, I don't know, controversial area, and we're going to do public corruption. And we're going to look at law enforcement and the results of the actions of brave men and women who stood up to public corruption, Serpico. I like to, and I have no empirical data on this, but I always told my kids growing up the 5% rule. The 5% rule means that 5% of all professions, as I said, I made that number up, but 5% of all professions make the 95% look bad. So I truly believe that I worked with thousands of police officers, and 95% of them, easily 95% of them were great. Those lousy 5%ers make everybody look bad, and we're forever making excuses for their bad behavior. So we look at that young male that was killed in February, and they just indicted the father and the son last week. That was really discerning to me because the first thing that was brought up is that they were retired police, and that the charges weren't brought against them because of they were told not to bring charges by the DA's office. Wrong, 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 all day long, wrong. So when we look at that and say, now they're trying to show that maybe he was trying to break in. And I thought about that. They showed a picture of him not taking in anything, looking in a building that was being built. I did that last week. I went in, I'm a realtor now, and I went in with someone to a building, and we looked at it last week, what was being built. Could somebody think that I was breaking in there? Did they not know that I had talked to the realtor and the owner of the building, that I was going in? Could they thought I was going in there to steal something? Or do they see this, old white female that's not a risk to anybody? Prejudgment. Prejudgment you got to be very careful about. And I sat there and thought about this poor kid that was just jogging down the road, minding his own business, and people prejudged. So when we look at this, let's look at public corruption too. The public corruption of Frank Serpico, people taking money. We can look at the state police, what happened recently with the state police and getting paid for overtime they never did. And I hope that you can use any ones you can find in there that are legitimate and use them. And you do have some that are in there. But if you've never seen the movie Frank Serpico, it's a very interesting, kind of makes your stomach turn movie. For me, it did because I hate seeing dirty cops. So I say to you, be respectful. Remember, 95% out there hate those 5% because they make it bad. And I wish you well on that. And I want you to know that if you need me for anything, I'm here. I also want to give you some great news. You have 2 weeks off. Well, not off. You have 2 weeks to do your last paper. So that gives you plenty of time because I have to have those papers in. I have to have everything in, my grades turned in right away, so there's no late work that can come in on the final week, week 6. But if you have any questions, give me a call. I wish you all the best of luck. If you need any help, I'm always available. Thanks.